hockey skaters and goalies around the world, and welcome to this edition of the Ride to the Rink. This episode is being based off of our episode that we did a previous week about the top 3 things you should say to your parents before you take the ice. Now, this is based off an older episode we did where we talked a lot about what we wish parents would say to their kids before they take the ice. So kids, for you listening, the 3 things that we kind of came up with that parents should say to their kids before they play is, number 1, I love watching you play hockey. That's one of the things we want to say to you. 2, I love you no matter what happens out there. Okay. And number 3 was basically a mixture of, hey, listen, just do the best you can and be a good teammate, right? There was a lot of words in that. Now, those all sound great. I'm sure as a kid, hearing those 3 things from your parents would feel great. Now, let's give you 3 things you can say to your parents to A, make them feel great, but B, to make sure that they know that you're acknowledging that they're doing a lot for you. And then C, as we go over in the episode, this will help you out. This will help you out with your parents. I know you're going to mean it, but you have no idea as a kid how much and how far it can go when you say some of these things correctly to your parents. You just have to think about them before every game. So let's go over the 3 things that you should be saying to your parents. Number 1 is some version of, hey, thank you for supporting me. It could be thank you for driving me to the rink. Thank you for always taking me to hockey. Thank you for always being there for me. Just some form of thank you. Thank you for paying all the money that it is for me to play hockey. It goes a long way. It's not always top of mind when you're a kid, and that's okay. You have the right to be a kid. You have the right to be the age that you are, but you should always thank your parents or your guardians or whoever is bringing you to the arena each day, because it is a sacrifice of either time, money, and who knows what else they might be sacrificing for you to play the game that you love. So that's number 1, is some form of, hey, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, anything in between. Thank you. That's a big one. All right. The next one, I said a minute ago about how parents should say, I love watching you play hockey. You know, a great one you can say to your parents, hey, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, boy, I love playing hockey. That fills my heart up just saying it. If you truly do love playing, make sure you tell the person taking you to the game that you love playing, because it really does make it worth our time to go to know that you love what you do. As a parent, as a guardian, it really fills us up to know that you're having a good time. Don't gel over that one. Don't just assume that we know. Say it. Hey, I really love playing. I love that we're here today. The third one, simple one, not easy for everybody, but just saying some form of, hey, I love you. And again, you can say I love you through thank you. Just say, thanks for bringing me. That's a form of saying I love you. But if you can look your person in the eye and say, hey, I love you. Thanks for bringing me. And it can be real quick. I love you. Thanks. Doesn't have to always be, mom, dad, I love you so much. You don't have to do that. Okay. But you do need to say, hey, I love you. I just want you to know I love you. There's no way I can tell you as a parent how good that makes us feel. All right. Last note for you. As parents, as adults, we can do a better job usually of saying, okay, what was it like when I was 8? What was it like when I was 12? What was it like when I was 13? Right? We were kids once too. You hear that, I'm sure, from your parents all the time. We have the benefit of being able to put ourselves in that position and remember. As a kid, you are not able to do that. And that's not a problem. That's not your fault. There's no way for you at your age to understand what it is to be a fully grown adult or a parent. But you do need to acknowledge your parents. You do need to acknowledge the people taking you to the game. It's very important that you understand that they are taking the time out of their day to help you out. And look, not every interaction is perfect. Sometimes you have arguments with the people you love. Sometimes you have disagreements with the people you love. But you should always be willing to understand and say, hey, thanks for bringing me today. It goes a long way. So that's it. Those are the 3 things. Thank you for supporting me. I love playing hockey. I love you. Those are 3 things you can say to your parents. They will give you the key to the kingdom if you start doing that. And if there's any parents listening to this, you can say these things to your kid too. I think it's also important that the kids hear what they want to hear. But kids, this episode's for you. This has been Ride to the Rink, the 3 things you should say to your parents before every ice session that you have. Hope you had fun with that. Above all, enjoy skating this week. Enjoy playing hockey this week. Skate on. We'll see you on the next Ride to the Rink.